3 months after the start of the trial of German Nazi war criminal Adolf Eichmann. He believed his findings might help explain how seemingly nice people can do horrible things if they're ordered to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So contrarian individuals are less likely to torture or harm others.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
That's very interesting.
How many minutes do we have?
It makes me proud to be a contrarian. We have about 7 minutes left, 6.
Oh, well, we'll get right on to this then. I just want to quickly mention that a Gallup CEO fears he might suddenly disappear for questioning U.S. jobs data. And this is interesting. I'll let you read the
That is
highlighted part.
interesting. Years of unending news stories on U.S. government programs of surveillance, rendition, and torture have apparently chilled the speech of even top business executives in the U.S. Yesterday, Jim Clifton, the chairman and CEO of Gallup, an iconic U.S. company dating back to 1935, told CNBC that he was worried he might suddenly disappear and not make it home that evening if he disputed the accuracy of what the U.S. government is reporting as unemployed Americans. The CNBC interview came one day after Clifton had penned a gutsy opinion piece on Gallup's website, defiantly calling the government's 5.6% unemployment figure the big lie in the article's headline. Who really believes that we're at 5% unemployment? His appearance on CNBC was apparently to walk back the lie part of the title and reframe the jobs data as just hopelessly deceptive. Clifton stated the following on CNBC. I think that the number that comes out of BLS, that is Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the Department of Labor is very, very accurate. I need to make that very, very clear so that I don't suddenly disappear. I need to make it home tonight. After getting that out of the way, Clinton went on to eviscerate the legitimacy of the cheerful spin given to the unemployment data, telling CNBC viewers that the percent of full-time jobs in this country as a percent of adult population is the worst it's been in 30 years.
So even he's worried about getting home safe because he's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth.
Because we know there's a war on whistleblowers going on. Been going on for a long time.
Yeah, no good deed goes unpunished.
Okay, this is something that people might want to hear about. It's called, the article's called Majority of Republican Primary Voters Want to Violate the First Amendment. A national poll of Republican primary voters conducted by the Public Policy Polling finds that 57% of all these voters support establishing Christianity as the national religion. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution provides that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. Only 30% of Republican voters believe that the Congress should not make a law respecting an establishment of religion. According to the poll, the same poll also finds that 74% of GOP primary voters have a favorable opinion of George W. Bush. 2/3, 66%, do not believe in global warming, and a plurality, 49%, do not believe in evolution. Another interesting article, the food stamp capital of the U.S. is white and Republican, and shows a picture of a shanty, okay? In spite of the prevailing stereotypes and assumption about who uses food stamps benefits the most in the United States, the highest usage is not in Compton, Queens, or the south side of Chicago. Instead, it's a city that's 99.22% white and 95% Republican comes in the lead. Owsley County, Kentucky is a community of about 5,000 residents, earning the lowest medium income in the country outside of Puerto Rico, according to the United States Census. Strangely enough, the residents of Owsley County are almost entirely Republican, in spite of the traditional opposition to food stamp program by GOP. In fact, just last November, residents of Owsley saw their SNAP benefits reduced drastically as a result of the Republican opposition to funding the program. This might rank as the greatest ironies in history. The food stamp capital of the United States is almost entirely white and Republican. Do we have just a couple more minutes?
Yeah, we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to let you read what George W. Bush said a while back. Read the date on there too, please.
Okay, let's see. May 23rd, 2002, so it's been about 13 years. We build a world of justice, or we live in a world of coercion. The magnitude of our shared responsibilities makes our agreements look so small. That was President Bush, May 2002. Concerned nations must remain actively engaged in critical regional disputes to avoid explosive escalation and minimize human suffering. Am I just reading? Okay. The United States will continue to encourage all parties to step up to their responsibilities as we seek a just and comprehensive settlement to the conflict.
There's more on that
There's
second
more.
page.
Okay.
In the blue there.
In the blue. Israel also has a large stake in the success of a democratic Palestine. Permanent occupation threatens Israel's identity and democracy, so the United States continues to challenge Israeli leaders to take concrete steps to support the emergence of a viable, credible Palestinian state. As there is progress toward security, Israeli forces need to withdraw fully to positions they held prior to September 28, 2000. And consistent with the recommendations of the Mitchell Committee, Israeli settlement activity in the occupied territories must stop. As violence subsides, freedom of movement should be restored, permitting innocent Palestinians to resume work in normal life. The United States can play a crucial role, but ultimately lasting peace can only come when Israelis and Palestinians resolve the issues and end the conflict between them.
And President Bush also said, America, this is on June 1st, 2002, America must stand firmly for the non-negotiable demands of human dignity, the rule of law, limits on the absolute power of the state, free speech, freedom of worship, equal justice, respect for women, religious and ethnic tolerance, and respect for private property. America's Constitution has served us well. History has not been kind to those nations which ignored or flouted the rights and aspirations of their people. And with that,
and 13 seconds left, we bid you a fond farewell. Excuse me, I'll have to take over. I've got to tickle my throat.
and we'll see you next time on Can We Talk? Again, the extension of the invitation extends to Carrie Blessinger. Please come and join us. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.